Welcome to the Park Hill South Winter Sports Preview. Starting things off, our boys wrestling team is trying to take the stereotype of wrestling just being an individual sport and changing that into it being more of a team concept. Brittany Coffey has more on that for us.
Yeah, take it. We'll work on it later.
This sport goes beyond the whistle.
Wrestling is a very tough sport because of the discipline, it's physical, and you have to manage your weight, and you have to manage your grades, and so you throw that into a high school life, and it's hard to manage all of it.
I would say wrestlers are misunderstood because most people don't realize how much work that it takes, how much cardio, how much endurance. When you're on the mat, it's somebody your own weight, somebody your own size. It's pretty much you versus you, and you're facing somebody with your same attributes. So it's more of a mental game, and you have to emotionally overcome a lot of barriers to become a better athlete.
To become a better athlete, you first have to improve yourself.
It's an individual sport because at the end of the day, you're on the mat, it's you versus another person. There's nobody else to blame it on if you lose. It's you versus you pretty much. But at the same time, it's a team sport while you're at practice, while you're at the meets, while you're at the duels, because you cheer on your team and you have to sit there and you practice with your team, and your team is going to be the people who make you better.
Throwing this arm through and landing on this shoulder.
These boys aren't only challenging themselves mentally, but physically too.
Probably the cutting weight and the mental barriers. Cutting weight's terrible, you don't get to eat, and when you do get to eat, it's not much. And then you have to go out and you have to compete and wrestle, and you're expected to be on the top of your game while being low on carbs and calories.
Cutting weight, it's a constant discipline that you add to all the nervousness, and you add to all the conflict and the homework and everything, and so it's just one more thing you got to be disciplined in. And so in the end, it teaches you self-discipline.
In the end, structure and dedication will pay off for this season.
I see really good, hard-working, hard-nosed wrestlers in the room. They're young, they're going to get beat up, and so we're going to be good. I don't know if that's this year or next year. I don't know when, but we are going to be good, and so it's just finding out how quick we can develop these young wrestlers.
Being a wrestler isn't as easy as it looks. It takes hard work and dedication. I'm Brittany Coffey, reporting for the Southside Scoop.
Purple Rain on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for that, Brittany. This swim season, the girls are trying to follow up a record season that they had last year where they took third at state. Cole Ford has more on that for us.
As the team gears up for the season, these girls have a spirit that can't be stopped by anyone or anything.
We just are very deep. We have a lot of talent. Even when you take our 14th, 15th, 16th person on the varsity level, we can exchange it probably with our next 7 or 8 JV girls and do that. We have actually sent girls to our JV team to varsity and have defeated some of the varsity teams with our JV squad.
Though they can change the lineup, can the new girls truly perform?
During tryouts this year, I know that we had a lot more freshmen come in, and even some seniors that got a little bit, or sophomores that got a little bit faster. And I think that overall the team is just a little bit more, it's just better this year, even though last year it was a very good team.
While these girls are working hard, there's always a great advantage over the other teams.
I think a big advantage that we have is that there's so many people. And actually this year, a lot of people, we don't have many home meets because people are scared to swim us. So that's awesome.
If these girls can truly swim, then maybe they can truly deliver.
We're hoping to improve on our state performance. We got third last year, which is our highest performance ever. We have a potential to be top 3 again this year. We have most of our state team and varsity swimmers returning. So we're hoping to continue that undefeated season, regular season, and hopefully move up to first or second at state.
Though they might be calm getting into the water, one thought comes to mind. Can we continue the streak?
I definitely know we have the potential to be undefeated this season, and I don't see why we wouldn't be.
Hopefully. I mean, I know that we're working even harder this year than we were last year.
I think we can. I mean, it's not a main focus of mine. I mean, I don't completely strategize it. It really just comes down to we look to achieve certain times throughout the year, and the girls have goals for what times they want to achieve throughout the year. And, you know, if we reach our goals, then we will probably have a successful season.
Big goals lead to big rewards, and these girls seem like they can reach them. For the Southside Scoop, I'm Cole Ford, signing off.
Thank you for that, Cole. The girls basketball team this year definitely has found the fountain of youth, but they don't feel like their youthfulness will be a hindrance when it comes to winning games.
As the Lady Panthers warm up and stretch out, you might notice a few fresh faces this year amongst the crowd.
We're pretty young. We haven't been this young for several years. We lost quite a bit last year, and we've got a lot of sophomores that are coming up that are playing really well, and some freshmen.
With so many young players on this year's team, the few seniors who do remain are prepared to take the reins of this energetic squad.
Being a senior kind of puts like a different dynamic for me on the team, so I kind of take on more like of a leader role. So I just make sure, I'm giving like 100% effort and like set a really good role for all the other younger girls on the team.
A lot of our senior leadership left this year, so a lot of us have really had to step up this year and become like really good leaders for the team. So a lot of us just had to step up.
And we're kind of rebuilding from last year. We lost a lot of players. So it's a lot more leadership, and I'm just excited to take the position.
Leadership is only one aspect of the formula for this year's team, however, as the girls are ready to work and set goals to improve.
Well, I always emphasize teamwork, of course, and so I think probably one of the goals that we have is to get some balanced scoring going. I know we have Mackenzie Stout returning, who was one of our scoring leaders last year. We also have two seniors, Erica Timmerman and Sydney Baska, but we're going to have to look to some people that have not typically been scoring before to provide some of those points for us.
With their game plan in place, it's time to take it to the court. But this year's team has another secret weapon that is a little less quantifiable than the score on the board.
Our team is literally best friends on the court and off the court.
We have really good chemistry. We're all really close to each other.
The chemistry of this team this year is amazing.
Chemistry of the team is fantastic. We have a great time with Lady Panther basketball, and this year I can't get them to stop talking all the time. I feel like I'm in class.
While this story may end, the training for this year's Lady Panther basketball team does not. I'm Connor Hills for the Southside Scoop.
Thank you for that, Connor. The boys basketball team this year may have had a slight change in the coaching staff, but with that comes new ideas and a new way of doing things. Kyle Sims has more.
As the new basketball season is well on its way, Coach Parr, the new head coach, is teaching the players new things about the game and teamwork.
He's really taught us how to communicate, which is something we didn't really do that well. We're doing a lot of communicating, which is good. I think it'll make us a better team. He's really taught us to work hard. Practices have been pretty difficult, and so I think we're going to be ready for this season.
With practices being more about stamina and technique, Coach Parr is hoping to play an up-tempo style of basketball this season.
Well, we've concentrated a lot of ball handling, a lot of shooting, getting ourselves in shape, getting ourselves conditioned. We play up-tempo style basketball. So we really work on a five-man motion where everybody's kind of interchangeable regardless of how big you are or how small you are.
Under Coach Parr's command, the Park Hill South boys have some specific goals that they are ready to achieve.
I'm really hoping to get a district championship because we haven't been able to do that since we've been here. So I'm really, working for that. I think if we get there, obviously we want to go on, but I really want to get that district championship and then just see how far the season takes us. We're out here working hard. Hopefully, reach our goals.
With the district championship and the success of Coach Parr's leadership surely to come, I'm Kyle Sims reporting for the Southside Scoop.
That's all we have for you today on the South Side. It's time to send it up north.
Thanks, Schaefer. Hi, welcome to Park Hill's Winter Sports Preview. I'm Chelsea Osei. We have a lot of state champions at Park Hill, so let's go right into wrestling.
Park Hills wrestling team is looking to kick it into full gear as the season gets closer. They're coming off their second straight state championship, and the goal hasn't changed.
Win 3 state titles in a row.
And then win a state title as a team.
It's to win a state title as a team. Like the goal every year. It's to win a state title, and we got.
The team has a lot of new faces, but they still seem optimistic about this year's season.
We lost a couple wrestlers that scored some points at state, but other than that, we've kind of reloaded and we're ready to outdo ourselves.
Coach Davis plays a big role in getting his team ready, and he is one of the many reasons why Park Hills wrestling team has been successful lately.
He's always supported me. If I need anything, I can go to him. If I'm having personal problems, I can talk to him about it. He's always there for me. He'll get me stuff I need when I ask for it. He helps me and he pushes me.
He makes sure that all the small details of the sport, because there's a lot of little meticulous things that you have to pay attention to, and he really makes sure that we nail those things in practice.
The team is going into the season with high hopes, so be on the lookout for your Park Hill wrestling team to win its 3rd straight state title. Reporting from Trojan TV News, I'm Drake Heathman.
Thanks, Drake. I can't wait to see what wrestling has for us later on this season. So let's dive right on into Girls Swim.
Watch the streamline. You ready?
Swimming up fast is the girls' swim and dive season, but breaking the waves isn't the only thing that these girls want to accomplish.
Visually, I hope to accomplish a state cut, but as a team as a whole, we hope to accomplish maybe a conference championship, not sure yet.
I hope to just do better with my times and hopefully get my conference cuts that I want and at least medal a couple times.
Take your heart. Go! Competitive swimming isn't all about kicking your legs and remembering to breathe. Hard work goes into every stroke.
A lot of girls do off-season training with their club teams, so that's really important. I know some girls have personal trainers, some don't, but off-season training is really key because if you don't, that first day of practice and that first week is going to hurt you hard and it's going to kick your butt. Staying afloat with daily tasks isn't the only challenge that these girls face.
Probably keeping up with the practices. It gets kind of hard. It's very exhausting and you can get really tired from it, so just keeping up with everything is pretty much it.
These girls expect greatness not only from themselves, but also from their own coaches and competitors.
A lot of improvements, definitely, with the coaches coming off the boys season, them getting second at state. We're hoping to accomplish a lot of goals, you know, hopefully a lot of first places individually for people, but also for conference. You know, it's going to be hard with Park Hills South because they have a lot of good girls, so we're going to hope to keep up with them. I'm Haley Ridenauer, reporting for Trojan TV News.
Thanks, Haley. I heard the girls have a lot for us later on this season. Let's check that out.
The girls' basketball season is about to start up, and the Lady Trojans have been preparing since the last.
As soon as last year ended, the girls have lifted weights, the girls have played a ton of AAU basketball, they've done a lot of open gyms, we lift weights, camps, spring, fall, summer, they've worked hard, had great attendance, and now we're ready to get the season going.
Like in the fall, we had a lot of weights and workouts and stuff to get our bodies ready. And right from the beginning of the season, we've been working on running plays and playing as a team and team defense and all of those aspects and just trying to put it all together this year.
The Lady Trojans have big goals for the season, but they have work to do before they can accomplish them.
This year our team has really stepped up our goals for the year. We have pretty much our whole starting lineup returning with the addition of 2 new kids, and we're expecting big things. We want to go for conference championship. We want to play for a district championship. And if we accomplish those 2 things, then we can worry about the next step. But right now, it's all about what we can do to be the best players we want to be, the best team we can be, and are we going to get ourselves to the point where we can play for a conference championship.
If this team can stay together, they have high hopes for this season.
Because it takes the entire group, the entire team to be the best that we can be. But if each one of them gets to their potential, we have a chance to be pretty good.
Don't miss an opportunity to see this team work hard on the court. I'm Chris Dennis for Trojan TV News.
Thanks. So let's pass it on over to boys basketball.
This year, the boys basketball team is back and better than ever.
You know, we've kind of looked at it as the sky's the limit. You know, we have high expectations for where we want to be.
The boys have been putting in a lot of effort and time to prepare for the upcoming season.
And a lot of people that are returning. So, you know, we have 4 starters back from last year's squad. So I think the excitement and the experience are 2 things that are different than years past.
Just having that experience and those guys that know what to do really makes us a talented team this year.
With a team like this, nothing can stand in the way.
You know, I think the way we ended last season by, you know, winning the district championship and making it into the state playoffs has given us a lot of excitement. And I think the other thing with this year's team, we just have a lot of experience and a lot of people that are returning.
We got guys that are really working hard, guys that are hungry to win. So I think sky's the limit. We can go as far as we want to if we work hard.
Working together and working hard will make this team unstoppable. I'm Lexi Smith for Trojan TV News.
Thanks, Lexi. That's all I got for you guys. Good luck to all the winter sports.